Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Jo, and I make videos all about my DCP. I really wanted to come outside because it's really nice outside, but it is a little bit windy, but that's okay. We're gonna work through it, and the clouds can't decide if they want to cover up the sun today or not, but that's okay. So yeah, this video is going to be a little bit of a get to know me Q&A mixed with my role reveal. What? I know. So yesterday, what is today? Today's May 26th. Yesterday on May 25th, I got my role. Kind of crazy. Anyways, so I posted a question box on my Instagram yesterday, and a lot of you guys sent me in some questions, so I was going to be answering some of those. Just a little get to know me style. Most of these questions are Disney related, which is fine, because, I mean, that's kind of the whole point. But there were a few Universal questions, so I will be answering those. I have a list of them on my phone. I kind of like shuffled up the order a little bit, just to kind of make a little bit more sense. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So question number 1 is, when is your program? So my program starts on June 20th and goes until January 26th. What is your favorite Disney movie? My favorite Disney movie is Peter Pan, just because whenever I was a kid, that was like the one that I would always seek out to watch, and it had like, there was just so much nostalgia that went along with it. Coming in at a close second and third is Robin Hood and The Jungle Book, because those are the three that I would just like, Peter Pan, Robin Hood, and The Jungle Book were the three that I would kind of like alternate between as a kid. And of course, The Rescuers. I mean, those are my top 4. I'm so bad at making decisions. Also, I have no idea how long this is gonna be because I really like to talk. Who is your favorite Disney character? My favorite Disney character is Mickey Mouse, and that sounds so basic. He just, he makes me so happy. He's just like, being the huge Disney fan that I am, I feel like I should have like a more obscure Disney character as my favorite, but I can't help it. It's just Mickey Mouse. Specifically Sorcerer Mickey. Anything with Sorcerer Mickey I go nuts for. But I love Mickey Mouse. Closely followed, coming in at a very, very close second, is Winnie the Pooh. And this has just been like a recent thing. Like, I've always loved Winnie the Pooh, but I've never been like a Winnie the Pooh stan. But for some reason, like leading up to the DCP and everything, I've been so obsessed with Winnie the Pooh, and he has become like, of course the wind is gonna kick in. He's just become really one of my favorites. Okay, next question. What is your favorite park? My favorite park is Epcot. I am a huge Epcot girl. Every time that I've been to Disney World, I always think that it's gonna be Magic Kingdom, and it always ends up being Epcot. I love the idea of traveling the world, and I don't know, I love Epcot. What is your least favorite Disney movie? Okay, this one, at first when I read this question, I was really trying to think hard, because I'm like, do I dislike any Disney movies? And then I remembered. So if you keep up with me on Instagram, I have been watching every single Disney movie in order of its release date, like all 60 of the animated feature films. If I did every single Disney animated movie, it'd be going on for like years. So I'm doing all 60 of Walt Disney's animated feature films, and I just, oh my gosh, I guess that was like 2 weeks ago, I watched The Black Cauldron for the first time. Now, I'm a huge, as I like to say, Disnerd, and I've never seen this movie, and I knew, because I'm such a big Disney fan, that it was one of the like, more like, I don't know if like underrated, but like nobody ever thinks about The Black Cauldron. Like, it's kind of like Disney's forgotten movie. So I'd been wanting to watch it forever, and I just never found the time to. So with me doing this Disney movie marathon, I was like, this is the perfect chance to watch it. So I sat down and I watched The Black Cauldron, and I personally think that it's forgotten for a reason. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I did not like it. And I fell asleep at the end, so like I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you how it ended. But it was so hard to follow. It did not feel Disney. It was so weird, and then it got really, really dark, and I was just, my interest was lost. I had no intent in finishing the movie, and I fell asleep. So that's probably my least favorite. As of right now, I'm not done with my movie marathon, but as of right now, that is probably my least favorite Disney movie. And I hate it because I really wanted to like that movie. And it just, I did not. I was not a fan. I think it's forgotten for a reason. And like I said, maybe if I had grown up watching that movie and I had like a nostalgia factor for it, it would be different. But because I didn't grow up watching the movie and I'm watching it as an adult who loves Disney, I'm not a fan. Who is your favorite character to meet? Oh gosh. Okay, the first one that I seek out to go meet is obviously Mickey Mouse, because he's just my favorite character and he's just the cutest thing ever and I just freaking love him. My favorite character to meet is Princess Tiana, because she is so interactive. She's so, like, oh my gosh, she's just so much fun. She's probably one of the nicest characters to meet, and I really, really appreciate that. Especially out of all of the princesses, and like, I'm not saying that any of the princesses are mean. I just think that she is the nicest one out of all of them. She's so much fun. I love to meet her. What is your favorite Dole Whip flavor? So in case you didn't know, my favorite Disney snack, I guess, is Dole Whip. I go crazy for it. I love it. I'm a huge pineapple person. So my favorite flavor is pineapple. However, the last time that we went to Disney World, there was one in Animal Kingdom and it was like half lime, maybe. It was like green and orange and it was like half lime and half orange or something like that. It was so good. It tasted like sherbet ice cream. Like, so that one was really good, but I really haven't tried too many flavors because every time that I go, I feel like all that they have is the pineapple. And I just love pineapple, so that's why Dole Whip is my favorite. I really want to try the Peter Pan float that they have in Magic Kingdom. I also, every time that I see the I Lava You float, that one looks really good. So like, I don't know. As of right now, it's pineapple, but I could change my mind. What is your favorite ride at WDW? So my favorite ride at Disney World is, okay, and this is a strongly unpopular opinion, but it's Dinosaur. Listen. Before you click out of this video, hear me out. I don't know why I like it so much. I really don't. Don't come after me. But, okay, nobody ever talks about the smell when you go in there. And like, okay, some people may say that it stinks. I get that. It's fine. It's the same smell that was in like Stitch's Great Escape. And although that wasn't really a ride and like nobody really liked it, that smell just makes me think of Disney World. And then the ride itself, I don't know if it's just because I went on it my very first trip and I was terrified to go on it, and after I went on it I loved it, and so now it's like just the nostalgia factor. I just love it so much. So Dinosaur is my favorite. Probably Space Mountain is a really close second because that was my first ever roller coaster. So that is a really, really, really close, actually they may be, it's just a really close second. Let's see, what is your dream role for your DCP? So going into the DCP, I actually didn't have a dream role. If I had to pick, it would have probably been, because I already have my role. If I had to pick, it would have probably been like PhotoPass because I love photography, or, I don't know, I always said attractions, but I don't really know if that would be my dream role. I feel like I would just be yelling at people 24/7. And that doesn't really sound that fun. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have a dream role. I just really wanted to work for Disney. I didn't really care what I did. What is your favorite memory at Disney? So my favorite, oh gosh. Oh gosh. See, you're asking me to choose, and I don't think that that's something that I can do. The first one that comes to my mind is probably on my second trip to Disney World. Okay, I was in 6th grade. And I had gotten I have this huge Sorcerer Mickey Mouse hat that I had just gotten, and we were gonna go see Fantasmic that night. And I remember going to see it, and the whole time, because I didn't want it to be on my head and like block people's view, so I was holding it in my lap, just like hugging onto it as the 6th grader, watching Fantasmic. And I remember that ending and looking at my mom and saying like, that was so cool. Like, I want to do something like that. Like, I want to work for Disney. And so that was really my pivoting point of like wanting to work for the Walt Disney Company. It was after I watched Fantasmic for, I guess it was my second time, but it was my first time that trip. That was a really good memory. There's so many though. Like just cast members are amazing. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I can't even choose. I could talk about that forever because there's so many amazing cast members. that just make the experience. That's a whole nother thing. I could go on for that forever. Anyways, why are you doing the DCP? I actually really love this question. I'm doing the DCP not for college credit, like not necessarily, because I feel like a lot of people do it because it looks really good on your resume. I'm doing it because I love Disney and I just really want to work for Disney, and like before I knew what college I wanted to go to or anything like that, the DCP was something that I just really wanted to do, and it was the one thing that I knew for sure that like no matter what college I went to, no matter what, I wanted to do the DCP. I at least want to try it out. I've not heard the nicest things about it, but I'm going into it with an open mind, which I feel like is very important. Okay, this one cracked me up. Disney or Universal? Look, the fact that you're even asking this is kind of hilarious. Obviously Disney. However, I love Universal. I was a huge Harry Potter fan growing up, as in like I can quote all of the movies. I remember the Half-Blood Prince being at the theater, but I didn't go and see it at the theater. But I remember Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 being at the theater and going and seeing those with my dad. And oh my gosh, okay, first of all, this is a whole other Harry Potter topic, but Part 1, the ending, oh my gosh. The music that plays at the end, how it's just like, because it's a Part 1, so like it's supposed to be a cliffhanger, but how it just ends. And like hearing that music, me, my little 6-year-old self, literally sobbing in the movie theater because I'm like, I have to wait a whole year for the next movie. That's a whole other Harry Potter-esque of my life. So yeah, Disney over Universal, but Universal is a really close second because I went to Universal Studios for the first time about 1.5 years ago, and I was just really, really impressed. It wasn't like, growing up in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the only theme park that we had nearby was like Six Flags. If we ventured out to Branson, then there was Silver Dollar City, which I love. But like that's what I grew up thinking that theme parks were until I went to Disney World and was like, whoa, like my mind is blown. But Universal, I think I expected it to be kind of like Six Flags, and it's not. It's like Disney for adults. And I really, really love it. I do. Favorite ride at Universal? Okay, I have not ridden Velocicoaster yet because it opened up like the summer after our trip. So I have not ridden Velocicoaster yet. I'm very excited. I'm gonna name off my top 3. My number 1 is Gringotts. That was just the one that I found that I was seeking out the most to ride. Number 2 is Hagrid's. So the first time that we rode Hagrid's, we actually got the front, like the very, very front, and my sister let me ride on the bike. Y'all, when I tell you, I felt like I was driving us all. It was so much fun. So that one is my number 2. And then number 3 is E.T. I'm a sucker for like the cheap old, like, well not like cheap, but like cheesy old dark rides. And E.T. just, it had like that Disney feel to it, and I know that Universal and Disney are 2 completely different things. It just made me really happy. Favorite place to eat at Universal? My favorite place to eat at Universal is the Leaky Cauldron. Every single day, except for one day, every single day of the Universal trip that we had, we either ate at the Leaky Cauldron or the Three Broomsticks because we were craving the fish and chips so much. So my favorite is the Leaky Cauldron. I prefer it to the Three Broomsticks. I don't really have a reason for it. I just really like the Leaky Cauldron. Diagon Alley is just top tier. Next to like, cause that's, well I guess like this would be considered quick service too, but the crepe stand, y'all. I don't know if you've ever had the crepes at Universal. There was one that I got that was lemon and blueberry. I'm craving that so bad right now. How many Disney trips have you had? So I have went to Disney World 3 times, and I have been on 2 Disney cruises. I went to Disney World once when I was in 2nd grade, once when I was in 6th grade, and then for my senior trip, so last summer, I went to Disney World, and then I went on the Disney cruise. The first one was the summer going into my 9th grade year, and then the second one was the summer going into my 10th grade year. And we were supposed to go to Disneyland back in 2020. We know what happened there, but it's fine. I'm not salty about it. I just really, really want to go to Disneyland. What are you most excited about for your DCP? Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Literally just meeting all of the people that I've already been talking to and just like getting to like, not like put a face to a name, but like getting to like meet them and hang out with them. I am so excited to do that. Oh, there's a spider. Okay, I killed it. Let's see, who is your favorite Disney princess? So although Princess Tiana is my favorite one to meet and talk to, my favorite princess is, okay, bear with me, it's probably Aurora. Okay, bear with me, because I feel like she's so hated on and I don't know why. I just love Sleeping Beauty. I love that movie, so she's probably my favorite. Second favorite, Mulan. Love her. Love that movie. Love everything about Mulan. It just makes me so happy. Okay, this was probably one of my favorite questions that was asked, but your favorite ride and your least favorite park. Okay. Look, I thought that I had an answer to this. I don't think that I do. Okay, I want to start out by saying that I don't dislike any of the Disney parks by any means. I do not dislike any of them. I love all of them. But I think that I do have a least favorite. I think that my least favorite is still Hollywood Studios. I'm so sorry. If it were not for, oh my gosh. I love Galaxy's Edge. I love Star Wars. If you know anything about me, you know that I love Star Wars, so that's just a given. I don't do Tower of Terror. I've ridden it twice and nearly had panic attacks both times. So not like the theming, like I love Twilight Zone, I just don't like drops. So I don't do Tower of Terror. I don't seek out to do Rock and Roller Coaster. I love Aerosmith, but I don't like the takeoffs where like you're stopped and then you just immediately go. They freak me out because I can't catch my breath. So with all of that in mind, my least favorite is probably still Hollywood Studios. So my favorite ride in Hollywood Studios is definitely Rise of the Resistance. I feel like that's just, it's on a whole nother level. Like I can't even count it with anything because it's so like, okay, with that being said, without counting Rise of the Resistance because it's just the best, probably Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I loved the Great Movie Ride. Really, really sad about that, but I really, really like Mickey and Minnie's. This was like the only one that was not related to Disney World or Universal, is what is your favorite Disney Channel show or movie? Okay, favorite Disney Channel movie is Lemonade Mouth. Like, come on, it doesn't get any better than that, at least in my opinion. Favorite Disney Channel show? Probably Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It's so funny for no reason. Okay, now for the exciting one. What is your role? So my role for the DCP is quick service. I know, it's nothing groundbreaking. I have zero experience working with food. Like, I've never worked with food. I worked at a children's theater camp, I've worked at a dog daycare, and now I work at a museum. So I've never done anything with food. But, like, genuinely, I am actually really happy with my role. I feel like this is gonna be a really good experience to meet guests, to meet other people that I'm working with, like, and it gives me the opportunity to work anywhere. So I am genuinely happy with my role being quick service. I feel like that's an unpopular opinion because nobody seeks out to do quick service. I feel like it's not like a dream role or anything with the DCP. So 2 weeks from today, I will be finding out my location, which is insane. I'm really, really excited to learn my location, just because with quick service, it could be literally anywhere. So with that being said, I'm really, really excited. And like, although I have no experience working with food, I know that it's something that I can do. And it's also exciting because I have never done anything with food. So like, it's something completely new. So yeah, 22 days from today, I will be leaving Cape and moving to Flamingo, which is such a crazy thought. Like, literally 22 days. I feel like I was just accepted. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.